All right, Jana boys. Well, now, Iris Deen made a post, right? And I want to ask a very simple question. Is he right? I'm going to show you the video. Listen carefully, and then after that, we'll have a brief discussion on that.
I don't mean to be rude, but I have to say the truth. Any lady who cheats on you in a relationship will still cheat on you when you get married to her. Any lady who tells you, because there is no ring on my finger, I can do anything I want, does not respect you. Any lady who is cheap in a relationship will still be cheap when you get married to her, brothers. You guys are forgiving cheating partners. Women know exactly what they are doing. She's only crying, she's only asking for forgiveness because she was caught cheating. And this was the only time you saw her cheating, bro. Imagine the days you never saw her cheating. Imagine the days she has been meeting the guy back to back and you never saw it. She had no remorse. You think she was sorry? You think she would beg you? You think she was crying when she was going back to back, dressing nicely to go and meet another guy for her to get fucked? She was never sorry. Women know exactly what they are doing, bro. Let me give you a simple example so you understand. The reason why I am a law student is because I want to be a lawyer. And if I cannot control my emotions as a law student, then I am not fit to be a lawyer. The same thing applies in marriages and relationships. Any lady who cannot control her sexual urge or who is too cheap in a relationship will still be cheap when you get married to her, bro. Stop forgiving ladies when they cheat on you.
God have mercy upon us.
Right. Now, this is the video. I want you to make a judgment on that. Share them in the comment section, and then I'll love to have a review on that.
You see this gender?
You know, now,
you see this gender?
Before I share my honest opinion, a few people actually brought out their comments, right? And so I'm going to just read a few, and then I'll actually pour out what I have in mind. Now, this person is saying some deserve to be forgiven. There is no perfect human being. There's a reason why everyone does something. Forgiving her for more than twice is bad. That's all. Let us all manage. So this according to a few concerned people on TikTok. Now, I agree with this person though, you know. I think what Iris was missing here was the fact that he was only basing on ladies cheating. What about the men? You know, that is what I'm looking at. What about the men? That's where I'm a little bit worried, you know, because when it comes to cheating, it is both sides. It is not just the woman who cheats in relationship. There are men who equally cheat in relationship. So you don't just attack the woman and then you leave the men out. You know, I understand we live in a community where men feel they have the right to cheat, right? Men feel they are the initiators of relationship, and so they have the right to cheat, and that it is a man's nature to cheat. That is what we have been saying. But then, is it right? You know, the fact that society is sort of accepting that as a norm, does it make it right? You know, I feel it is part of the reason why a woman will equally cheat and wouldn't even be remorseful, because to them they feel you, the man, would cheat automatically, you know, because community has accepted that if a man cheats, it's okay. So I think it is all part of the reason that will trigger a woman to also do that. And so definitely you can't just talk about that of a woman and then you leave that of a man, right? Now let's look at another person. This one is saying, hard truth, bro. That's why I won't leave. Me too, I'll go eat and then I'll find someone serious. She will be there and I'll marry another one.
You cannot be serious.
And frankly speaking, this is what most guys do. So if you're a lady and you cheat on a man, advise yourself, because if for once he says that he has forgiven you, frankly speaking, I don't know the percentage of men who would sincerely and genuinely forgive you and then wouldn't even sort of try to do something to pay back, right? But then, in most cases, a man who forgives a lady who cheats has this intention. In most cases, you know, because to men, a lady who cheats, I don't know, they see it, or let me put it in a general context, we see it as something very much painful, you know, because this is someone you are investing in. The ratio at which men invest in women is higher than that of women investing in men. So when a man puts out his resources in you and then you end up cheating, they really get pained by that, right? And so if a man forgives you on that, this is some of the intentions most guys do have. So be guided. Now this one is also saying this applies to every gender, my bro. Exactly. So like I was saying, it is not just the women, right? It is not just the women. One thing women are good at is hiding behind emotions. There's one thing I observed. I have personally observed this. Women are very good in hiding behind emotions. So even if they cheat, they can cover it up in such a way that, as a matter of fact, even if you catch them cheating, right, they can emotionally cover it up, and you would even feel as though you are wrong, right? You are wrong for attacking them. So as a man, right, you just have to find your rhythm around the situation. Because if you are going to leave every woman who cheats on you, trust me, the ratio at which you are going to get a loyal partner is like 1%. In this recent times, in our recent generation, the ratio at which you get a very loyal partner is like 1%. Trust me, it is about 1%. Because ladies now are more into the soft life, you know. They can sincerely love you, you know, genuinely love you. But then when they get into the relationship and they notice you have flaws here and there, you know, when it comes to bedmatic, there's a flaw there. When it comes to a financial situation, you are not so, you know, capable there. They'll find a person to fit in that aspect. So that is how these things happen. Because definitely you can't be so perfect as a man. It's either you are not too good in bed, it's either you don't have money, it's either Charlie, no matter the matter, there will be an issue somewhere. And most ladies, when they find those issues not so comforting, they would actually tend to find it in another man. So when such people come into the picture, that is where they start cheating and all that. Right, now let's look at the next. Now this one is saying exactly people don't change, right? Well, is it really true that people don't change? I actually doubt. People do change. Well, situations make people change, though. Situations make people change, you know, because if you say people don't change, you can't generalize it in that context. Yes, there are those who would cheat on you and they wouldn't even be remorseful. That's perfectly true. There are those who also cheat on you and trust me, they'll regret. There are those who really do regret, and so people do change. That's basically, people do change. I don't really think people don't change like how this one is generalizing it, you know. So on what Iris shared, right? He's right. He's perfectly right. But all I'm saying is that it is not only about the women. In this context, it is not only about the women. We have to talk about the men as well, because it is high time we change the narrative that it is a norm for a man to cheat. No, Charlie. It is high time we change that narrative. So there's what I want to put out, So the men, let's be guided. Same as the women too. Because like I said, both gender have valid reasons to actually attack the other gender, But for Iris coming out to actually voice out on behalf of men, it doesn't necessarily mean that men are perfect. Nah, so let's take it on that context. Now, share your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to know what you also think on this particular topic, and then we'll take it from there. It's the Agenda Boys podcast. Remember to subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Facebook, and all other social media platforms. Like the video and share it as well. Thank you.